Hey guys, hey. I had to erase the initial live because I didn't have the music on. Duh, I forgot, sorry. Why don't you come in a little closer? I just want to say that this is a new group. Welcome everybody, I really appreciate it. It's more or less like a local group, but not really. Just because you're from everywhere, which I'm absolutely blessed that this has all happened, let's just be honest. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. I know that the NHL hockey's on this evening, which means that all the husbands are watching that, so you can watch me. It'll be good for everybody. Ribs is the winner. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some ribs. We're going to do a great Asian slaw and some other odds and ends. But how about we just go right into it and hit the kitchen up. Let's go to the board. Let's go. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm almost out of breath. Isn't that funny? Really excited maybe, I don't know. So, while you're all here, introduce yourselves to one another, say hi. That's what this group is. This group is friendship. It's hanging out, it's having a wonderful experience and learning a little bit, but enjoying themselves and having an evening out with me, which is not so bad, I think. Anyway, I don't know, I could be wrong. Okay, let's jump over here. I'm going to show you what's been happening with the ribs. The ribs I've had in some a liquid that consists of water, some whole heavy cream, and cinnamon. And I've had the ribs in there for about a couple of hours on high, just rolling away in there. That will help release the meat away from the bone, which will help you, I think, enjoy your ribs a lot more easier. But if you like them smoked, then have them smoked. If you like them, you can have ribs in so many ways. I just like to do it this way. I find that the end result, which you will see, is most gratifying for sure. But I got to remove them out of this liquid and I need to get them over to the grill. So that's what we're going to do right now. So you know when they're ready, when they just give way. They should just give way in between the bones, okay? So that's how I know they're ready. So we're going to remove these ribs out of the pot. Why I use heavy cream and cinnamon. This is an interesting, I should answer that, right? So the reason why I use heavy cream is the heavy cream helps relax the meat and ensuring that it remains moist. And the reason why I use cinnamon is because cinnamon actually acts like an adhesive. So when I flavor the sauce on there while it's on the grill, that sauce will adhere onto the meat more easily using cinnamon and whole cream. That's the reason why. Just want to make sure everything's out of there. Let's go to the grill. I should bring my tongs with me because these are hot. Wouldn't make much sense. After you. Okay, I got my grill all smoking hot. She's hung out with me a while here, old Susie. I sure do love her. She's been with me a while, like almost 11 years now. I'm just gonna lay these on the grill on a low heat because all we want to do is we want to just gently sear the edges so the grease heats up just a little bit and helps the sauce adhere onto the ribs. What I like to do is not add any sauce right away because I just want to heat up the oils, and then I'll flip the ribs over and add the sauce, and then that oils, all those oils, warmed up oils, will welcome the sauce immediately. Let's get on in. Come on. Okay, let's get started first over here on the board, and we're gonna make a little I'm going to show you what I'm going to make with the russet and the sweet potato and the onion and the garlic. We have to get this going because this is quite a long procedure. Just going to remove the skin off the russet potato as quickly as we can, which in my world is pretty quick. Usually I'd have these ready to go, but right now, you know, I might as well show you most of the procedure that I do anyway. Sweet potato, used this the other night on my other live with my shepherd's pie. I love sweet potato, it's fantastic. It's sweet, somewhat crunchy. And accents the russet potato quite well. What we're going to do is we're going to head over and heat up our frying pan. We need to get that going on a high heat. We're going to add some olive oil in there. Olive oil, a good amount of olive oil to make sure that the whole surface is smooth with oil. Add a little bit of butter. In there. Got the olive oil in there, we got the butter in there, we're just going to let that heat up. And we're going to go over here again, just going to slice these up. I'm going to remove the ends, I don't need the ends. I'm not going to use them for this particular dish. And then I'm going to slice these relatively skinny, not too concerned. You want to try to make them even though. The reason why you want to make them even is so they make sure that all of them cook through. Russets. Sweet potato. A little bit harder. Just let the knife do the work. I might not use all of the sweet potato. I'm going to reserve a little bit for another afternoon. I'm going to head over here to the pan. Just like that, I'm going to melt the olive oil and the butter. They're friends, they love each other. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a russet potato. Russets, sweet potato, you know, you can't confuse them. It's very hard to confuse them. Just going to layer them like this. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? Doesn't have to be perfect. You can go russet, 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 sweet potato, russet, 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 sweet potato, russet. You know, however you want to do it, just get them in the pan. It's the most important thing right now. Get them in the pan. I go in reverse on the way home, so it's easier to get them all lined up. You want to look at the frying pan, what I mean with that. I lift this end up and I go counterclockwise. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. Okay, so there's the potatoes, right? Let's grab a little salt, a little Himalayan sea salt. I like Himalayan sea salt. The reason why I like Himalayan sea salt is the salt melts. It literally will melt into your food, so only little areas of your food receive salt, which makes the mind go absolutely crazy and very excited. Okay, let's go chop up some garlic. We want to mince the garlic up. You've all seen me do this. I'm losing my voice. I apologize ahead of time, apparently. So we just do a slice, a simple slice right down the piper. We've already seen this, right? I do this. This is like an old nursery rhyme right now. A little salt and pepper there. Get that going on, just like that. And we're gonna push and squish and push and squish. There we go. Just nice, gentle love. Make sure that all that juice is spreading around and slowly weeping out of the garlic. Bring this over to the board. Over to the pan. Here we go. So right now I have it on a very high heat. That's okay. That's what we want. We want to make sure that the potatoes hang out together for a little bit. Very, very high heat. In goes the garlic. Back over to the board. Onion. Regular white onion. Nothing special, but it sure as heck will be after it's out of that frying pan. Slice it in half. Remove that upper layer of that onion, just like that. If you want to reserve that for something else, like a soup or something, you go right ahead. I cannot be bothered. Now I'm going to slice this up. Just like that, right? Let's go around the wheel. Okay, bring this over. Come on over. Oh yeah. And just kind of sprinkle that onion all over the potato mixture, just like that. Just like that. Sprinkle it all over there. Looks like a lot of onion, but this onion will sweeten up a huge amount. Now we're going to lower it to a medium heat, right? A moderate heat. And we're going to add our spices. Let me show you what the spices are. We're going to add a little almond, a little crushed almond. The reason why I add a little crushed almond is to help the potatoes stick together. A little turmeric. Just spread it around gently. A little chili powder. I'm not worried about spreading it evenly yet. You'll see why. Here goes in the black pepper. Ginger. And we've already added the Himalayan sea salt earlier. We do not need any more. So that's that. Now let's add our liquids into that. So I'm going to head over to the frying pan over here. And we're just going to shuffle it around a little bit to make sure everything's relaxed. Nice and relaxed, hanging out, kind of chilling, even. Everybody's looked after. Then I'm going to go grab my liquids. I'll be right back. Have a look at that. Okay, now we add some chicken stock, just a bit. Just a bit of chicken stock there. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's the chicken stock. A little heavy cream. Just a bit of heavy cream in there. Just about a half a cup, I'd say. You will have this recipe. Now that we have this amazing group, you'll be able to get all the recipes because it's going to be super, super duper easy to add recipes onto the FB group channel, which makes my life just a little bit easier. Okay, I'm going to crank this up to high. I'm going to wash my hands. Everyone's like, oh, thank God. I'm just kidding. That was an old joke, and a few of you probably know. Okay, so now we're going to grab a little bit of thyme. Just a bit of thyme. I'm going to grab my favorite knife. I haven't used it yet, but for some reason I always feel like I need to wash it. Look after it. Hug it. Hide it under my pillow. Okay. So here goes the thyme. Get rid of the stem. If it's loose, you can use it. If it's not loose, get rid of it. These are all pretty hard stems, so just get rid of them. I like the flower. The flower's okay. Don't worry about the flour. It's alright. Okay, there's the thyme. Let's chop that up. In goes the thyme. Sprinkle that all around. Now you can see why all those ingredients, all the herbs and the spices, the reason why I wasn't overly worried about, you know, spreading them evenly is because I was adding liquid. They'll swim around to where the liquid moves and interact with your ingredients. They'll have a good time, in other words. I gotta make some sauce. Let's make some sauce. Grab a pot. Boom. High heat. I'm gonna add in. Let me grab a spoon. Let me add in some ketchup. Some plain old Jane ketchup. This is my famous barbecue sauce. Famous. Okay, brown sugar. Everyone who I've had over who has had ribs or has had ribs at the restaurant always loves the sauce. Well, now they know what's in it. So the secret's out. Brown sugar. Okay, brown sugar. This is some molasses. Brown sugar, molasses, and ketchup. Again, this recipe will be on the FB group page. I'm going to grab some apple cider vinegar. I'm going to grab some maple syrup. I'm going to grab some Worcestershire sauce. That's a mouthful. I'm going to grab some Himalayan sea salt. I'm going to grab some cracked black. I'm going to grab some cinnamon, and that's going in there. So I added cinnamon in the water for the ribs. I'm now adding cinnamon into the sauce. So we're carrying flavors over. Meanwhile, in here, my beautiful liquid is reducing. It's reducing and cooking the sweet potato and the russet potato. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Americano I made earlier in there. Nice thick Americano. That's going in there. I'm going to grab all of this and move it out of my way. I'm going to throw my herbs in the garbage, no hands. And I'm going to slice up a jalapeno. Just going to use half of it. It's more than enough with the seeds. We're not like, you know, you don't need the jalapeno in it. It's not something that you necessarily need at all. But I like to add a little spice, and I know everybody in the south of the United States likes a little spice. Well, we like spice up here too, don't we? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to add that in there. We're going to grab a little garlic. Man, look at those potatoes, guys. Just get in there for a sec. Just get right on in there for a second. My goodness. Alright, let's chop up a little garlic. This is like a broken song. Broken song. I just made that up. I'm pretty sure I meant broken record. Broken song doesn't make any sense at all. It might make some sense. Maybe we've invented a new saying. I don't know. Okay, so the garlic's going in. Got the potatoes on. The ribs are on the grill. I needed this sauce to get going because I need to sauce those ribs up. So I'm going to whisk that up. I'll be right back. Grab your whisk it up. While that's happening, I'm going to throw my oven on a real high heat. And we're going right to 450 degrees. That's right, we're cooking her. We're going to let this sauce reduce a little bit. We're gonna let that sauce go on there. Beautiful. Just like this. Okay. Got the ribs. Let's go flip the ribs now that we know that we have a skin happening out there. We got to make sure that the skin is okay and we're not, you know, on fire. After you. Oh, so you can see right now it's just sweating, right? Those oils are just leaving a little bit. If you can get in there real close, those oils are just leaving. That's where we want to be. Okay, we're gonna flip those right over. So now you can have a really good look at these oil right here. Get in real close here, have a look at this oil. This is what it's all about. You want that oil to leave. So that acts like an adhesive, and that'll help hold your sauce onto the ribs without losing it, which happens a lot. I probably should have brought some sort of utensil with me. This is pretty hot, but my hands are pretty rough and tough. There we go. Just like that. Oh, these are looking good already, and I haven't even added any sauce on there yet. Beautiful. Let's go make a slaw. Come on in. You got a lot happening over here. We got the ribs on the grill, right? We've got that honed in. We've got the sauce reducing right now, which is fantastic. And we have our potatoes also reducing as well, which just looks fantastic. I want to reduce these just a little bit more. I want to leave a little of the liquid for sure. I don't want to get rid of all the liquid. I don't want it completely absorbed. I want to have a little bit of liquid in there because I just want a little bit of sauce with it. But let me just quickly clean up a little bit while you go have a look at those potatoes. Okay guys, let's get rolling with our punches here. Let's head over here, make ourselves a slaw with an Asian dressing. What's in my slaw tonight? I will say with any slaw you want to try to keep all the ingredients the same amount. You don't want one ingredient more than the other because then it's not uniform and it won't get as well dressed as it should. Remove that outer layer of your skin on the cabbage because the cabbage, just like lettuce, just like any leafy green, it absorbs environmental flavors. So you need to get rid of that to have a clean product to work with in the first place. So let's just shred the cabbage. I've already shown you how to do this. You see the natural lines in the cabbage. There they are. It's like a little happy face. Hello. And then so the object is to take your knife and to go right, slice right through that frown, if I may. This is not like one of those zip, zap, zip, 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 zip. This is more like a precision. This is quite, you have to make sure that it's shredded evenly. So I'd say that's looking to be probably about enough. Fluff it up, don't be shy, fluff it up. You know, I'm gonna grab a larger bowl. That one's not good enough for my liking. Let me get a big mama jamma. Big boy. Boom! There we are. Now I'm listening. I can hear something reducing right to the point I want it to. Let's head over to the potatoes. That's what you want right there. Boom. Shut that element off, and what I want to do now is I'm going to grab some mozzarella cheese, and I'm just going to spread some mozza right over top, just a bit, not too much. If you have any issues with lactose, this is not for you. But it is ribs. How often are you eating ribs? If you're lucky, you eat ribs a lot. I'm not that lucky, so I don't eat ribs as often as I like. But you know. Okay, so I'm gonna hit broil on that. I'm gonna go to a broil low. I'm gonna go to start. And this is going in the oven on a broil low. You can imagine what's gonna happen in there with the cheese, right? Okay, let's get outside. We need to get some sauce on that rib. So you can see the sauce now. It's nice and thick. You know, it is a little bit of a looser sauce, but there is a reason why I want it loose like that, because I want to add this on in layers. So it has lots of layers of sauce. It's not just one layer of sauce and you're finished. No, it's a gentle saucing. And you keep gently saucing it throughout the entire process on the grill. This is on a very low heat, this grill. It's not on a high heat at all. But the ribs, we do know we had it in that liquid earlier, and they are ready to go, fully cooked. We're not worried about any rawness here. What we are worried about at this point is getting that sauce on there while that oil is out of its shell. That's critical. I like to use a spoon. You can use a brush. I might switch over to the brush. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see how that goes. Now I'm just going to allow that heat to cook that just a little bit. We'll leave the sauce outside. Nothing's going to get into it. Insects hate sugar except for ants. Ants love sugar. Okay, back to our slaw. Back to our slaw. It's a lovely cup of coffee. Somebody asked me last time what's in it. What's in my coffee generally is nothing. I like it black, but I'm a little bit of a, I go here, I go there, I go everywhere. I'm like, slightly moody maybe. I like it sometimes with nothing in it. Sometimes I like it with a little bit of heavy cream, but never sugar. Never like sugar in it. Let's add some carrots into the slaw. How am I going to shred the carrots? I'm going to square them off first. I'm going to square these carrots off first, and then we line them out. Square them, bring them over flat, line them out. Square them, line them out. Okay. Then we can get right dirty with them. Okay. Real close. Just like that. Nice shredded carrot. You can also use the grater on this. That's another real easy way to do it. You can also use a, well, I can use lots of things. Sometimes I like to use the vegetable peeler as well, and hit it hard. I'll show you on the next one here. Sometimes I'll just do like, so this is a julienne, right? That's what happened there. Julienne that's going in. Sometimes I'll grab the vegetable peeler and I'll just keep going with it. If I'm in an energetic sort of mood, I'll keep going like that. But I find that you don't have that crunch that a slaw should have. So I find the vegetable peeler way a little bit non-helpful and a little monotonous. Okay. Julienne, 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 julienne. Just making sure you're running that knife blade along your knuckle. That's the most important thing. Just like that, boom. Go like this. Go like this, bang. Snap peas are over here. Snap peas I love. They have a great crunch. Just make sure you remove the ends off them. Those ends get very grainy and not enjoyable to eat at all. Snap peas, just run them just like the carrot. Just julienne them lengthways. You know, you don't have to be absolutely perfect with this. A slaw is a pretty rustic-like salad. You don't want to just, you know, you don't want to go too lazy on it though, you know. Sometimes you can get too lazy and just huck them in the way they are. That I find is a bit lazy. The more you work in the kitchen and the more you work on your food and all that kind of stuff, the more love that is in it. And trust me, the more everybody will enjoy it. That's just the truth of the matter. Okay, orange pepper. Just like that. I'm gonna slice that up. Orange pepper, red pepper. And now I'll race you out to the grill because I gotta go add some more sauce on there. Let's go. Come on. Okay, flip these bad boys over. Flip these bad boys over. Oh man, you can smell that cinnamon like instantly. It's just ridiculous. That's beautiful. Look at those. Now, all that oil there, have a look, have a little zoom in there, have a look at all that little oil. All that oil now is going to absorb that sauce. It's going to interact with the sugar immediately and just make that sugar harden naturally and form a layer. That's what we're after right now. We're after forming sauce layers. This is just one layer. Next time, remind me, you guys, to grab that brush. Because I like to get in between the, well, I like to get all over it, especially in between the bones. Oh, that sauce smells so good. Bang, 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 bang. Go like that along there. Bang, 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 bang. Give it a wiggle. This is just our initial layer. It's like the adhesive. It's like the glue to the rest of the sauce. Go right down there. Bring it in. Go right along that rib cage. Bring it in. That's lovely. Oh man. And that whole cream in the process earlier in that liquid has made this meat so moist, it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. That sauce is so good, man. Just the right amount of jalapeno. Okay, let's get right back to our salon now. We're going to slice up our red peppers. Julienne style. Just like that. We know we got the potatoes in the oven. They're happy, I'm sure. I'll have a little looky-boo, just to make sure they're not on fire. Wouldn't want that. That wouldn't be too fun. Okay, julienne those red pepper right up, just like that. Throw it in there. Julienne that right up. Just go right on in. Remember to use your knuckle as the guide. You'll never hurt yourself with a knife. But you have to practice it. So it's about the same amount of ingredients each. I would say juice of 1 orange going in. Use your claw grip to make sure the seeds do not go through. Claw, 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 no seeds. Claw, 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 no seeds. Boom. That goes in the composter. Okay, here we go. Another half of that orange. Claw, 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 grip. Claw, grip. Seeds in your hand. Seeds in your hand. Boom, that's in there. Okay? So we have our orange juice in there. That's fantastic. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of soy sauce in there. Just a little bit of regular soy sauce. You can do half the amount of salt soy sauce if you have issues with salt, whatever you need to do. Sesame oil, just a little bit, very strong oil. White sugar, very important, just a sprinkle. Just a sprinkle. Garlic, granulated garlic powder. Weird, I know. But trust me, it's delicious. A little bit of cumin. A little bit of ginger. Of course ginger, right? And a little bit of cayenne pepper. Just to give it a little zip zap. Yeah, you know, just a little zip. Pretty simple slaw, right? I would say so. Mix that up. Let it absorb everything. Make sure you really mix it. Very important to mix it. If you want to add almonds in here, some nice roasted almonds, something more on the crunchy side, you go absolutely crazy. You can add anything in here you like. I didn't want to this evening. I thought it looked pretty good on its own the way it is. Really crunchy anyway. And so I think that we'll be okay with this. But sometimes I will roast off some almonds, and almonds are absolutely fantastic in the slaw. It just has that little extra crunch. Although I know it's already crunchy, it adds a more interesting, harder crunch like flavor. Let's go in here and see how our potatoes are looking. Oh man, those are looking pretty nice. I can shut that oven right off. That's coming off just like that. Pretty easy so far, right? Those ribs are rolling. We got the slaw rolling. Now all we need to do is we need to do the Swiss chard, which is fantastic with a little orange juice. Added some orange juice into the slaw. You can add some orange juice on the chard, so all the flavors hug each other and recognize one another, right? Let's go brush on some more sauce. Ribs are looking real fine, real fine. Now you see how that sauce has adhesed onto those ribs? That's what you're after, that adhesion. You want the layers of sauce. You just don't want to throw them all on at once. It's always a risk out here on the grill. I'll be gentle, sorry rib. It's a little bit brash there. Okay, let's get, this guy looks like it's gonna give me some trouble. I'm heading in there with my hands. I'm doing it, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, okay, that's hot. Okay, that sauce just heats up nicely. Okay, let's add some more sauce now on the bottom. We're just creating layers. Let's get in those bones, because every now and then I will admit I like to grab the bone and maybe gnaw on it a little bit. Again, welcome if you're just joining us. I'm making ribs tonight, Asian slaw. It's pretty much all wrapped up. We're just making it all purdy right about now, and I can't wait to plate. It's gonna look absolutely fantastic. And these ribs, you'll see how moist they are in the middle once I eat a little bit right in front of the camera for you to make you all a little jealous. Get back there. Get back there. There we go. Oh, this guy here, he's a little upset I didn't hit him on the side there. He's just a little upset about that. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm trying to treat you all the same, but sometimes, you know, you all like it your own way. Let's get him on the side there too. Let's get him on the side there too. There. Just get him right on the side there. That looks nice. I think that's good. Okay, let's let that layer marry. Let's go back inside. Wash my hands up. And prepare a little vegetables. We already have the slaw, that's fine, but I wouldn't mind a little bit of warmed up vegetables. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with the chard yet, but I tell you what, it's a pretty fun vegetable to work with. I know that I'm going to meet you on the range over here, and I know I'm going to use the medium heat right away and grab a frying pan. So I'll be right back. Okay, we got that heating up right away. Boom, just like that. I think maybe with this chard, I was gonna throw it on the grill. I don't have much room on the grill, so I'm gonna revert to something else. I'm gonna probably do my olive oil, which is right behind you. Excuse me. I hope everybody's having a great evening. I know on the East Coast it's very late right now. I apologize about how late it is right off the bat. This is as early as I'm able to do it in the week, but on the weekends I could probably have the show a little bit earlier to help you guys out. I don't mind that at all. A little bit of butter, just like that. So we get some olive oil in there. This is classic me, right? A little bit of olive oil, a little bit of butter. Okay, but I'm going to shine it up with a little jalapeno. I think Hallie's pretty good. Use the rest of that Hallie up, that's a good idea. And we're going to mince that up. After this, I'm going to throw in a little bit of garlic. I think that's a good idea. But I won't use all this jalapeno, it's a little bit much. Just going to go half. Grab some garlic. 1, 2, 3. Something's very much annoying me right now. because I'm a clean freak, I don't know, but I just need to clean that counter. Yes, that's better. That's better. Just like that. Okay, let's bring that up to more of a medium-high heat now. Get our garlic going on here. Just like this. So this is all from scratch. If anybody who's watching has a hectic life, is crazy, is running around all the time, this is a pretty easy meal to make on your own, or preferably with friends or your wife or husband or what have you. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm going to grab another orange. I'm going to use my claw grip. Again, I'm using orange because I've used orange once before in the Asian slaw. Now I'm going to incorporate orange in with my shard. So then everybody, all the ingredients, sort of know each other a little bit. I'm going to grab my larger board, move that one to the side, put my larger one over here. Swiss chard is just fantastic. It's a great leafy green. I do like the stalk is just money. You got to remove about an inch off because it's usually pretty grainy, reasonably grainy at the bottom of it. So you want to try to avoid the grain. I like to slice this up in about 1 inch strips. You know? 1 inch is good. 1 inch is like happy. And we'll do the rest of the stalk. We'll throw the stalk in first, obviously, just because that's a little bit harder to cook. So we got that, the orange juice, the garlic, a little jalapeno, pretty simple flavors there. Then we're just going to rest that guy on top and let the steam just, let's make sure we put those stalks underneath. So I listened to my own advice and put those on the bottom. Get rid of the skin of the garlic. That's not very nice of you to get in there. I know you were lonely, but come on, there's no excuses here. Okay, so that's going to go in there. I'm going to grab some S&P. Salt and pepper's going in, just like that. We're going to head outside. We're going to flip those ribs for the last flip. Then we're going to head inside, and we're going to plate. And I'm sure it's looking pretty damn good right now. These ribs are glistening. Okay, this is the underside. This is the overside. So the show side I want to brush on last. Okay, show side brushing on last. You can shut your heat now right off. No need to have it on anymore. So shut it right off. We now want that show side. That rib there, that was inevitable, wasn't it? It was inevitable. Oh, that was good. Okay, let's brush on the rest of the sauce. Just like that. Rush it on. That sauce is so good, man. It's got that sweetness off the maple syrup. The Hallie's in there, just add a little spice, that apple cider vinegar, a little zip, right? Of course, the garlic. It's garlic, you know what that does. Gives it love. Oh yeah. And we cooked probably just the right amount of sauce. That was not planned, that was an absolute fluke. Generally, I like to have a little bit more. But it just means one less thing hanging out in the refrigerator, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so that heat's off now. We're going to head back inside. Let's go start the plate. Wash up a little bit. I hope everyone's enjoyed themselves. I really am honestly so grateful that you've all are here in our group, and it's all happening, it's all real. It isn't words anymore, it's legit. So we're gonna grow it, we're gonna enjoy ourselves, we're gonna introduce each other, we're gonna have a good time, and I'm super excited about it. And remember, one more thing, all of you were invited for a reason. The reason is because I think each and every one of you are awesome individuals. And I know that each and every one of you has an awesome friend out there too. Share it, let them know, invite them in. They'll enjoy it if you do, right? Okay, look at this. Look at this shard now. It's just so vibrant and bright, I love it. That's ready to go. Boom, off. Let's grab some green onion and slice up some green onion. Boom. That just has shard on it. I'm not concerned. Okay, I'm not going to wash it off. Just going to grab a little bit of green onion here. Going to mince that up. Just like that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, excuse me. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm gonna head out to the grill, grab a platter, come on. There you are. I forgot my rib utensil. That's okay, I'm gonna burn myself, but that's fine. While the sauce is hot, just add a little green onion on there, okay? While it's hot, little green onion. Because you actually want to eat the green onion with the ribs. That's ideal. It also looks really good for presentation. The one that's been giving me problems, right there, there's always one. There's always one, no matter where you are or what you do. There's always one that gives you problems. Ooh, that one looks delicious. And then we're gonna grab this guy and pop it right on top like that. Look at that sauce, the layers of sauce there, you guys. It's that deep, rich molasses. It's just beautiful. You guys, I got enough probably for everybody here who's watching. So, I'm just kidding. I was gonna say my address, but that won't really work. Let's go inside. Come on in. Okay, I'll meet you over where the board is. I'm going to clean that area up. I'm just going to quickly clean this up. I'm going to move my slaw over. I'm going to make a nice little plating area. There's a lot of preparation involved in a show like this. It's not just 1, 2, 3 letter rip. Hope it works out. I actually plan everything in my head, how it's going to roll. Not so much what I'm going to say. That's always off the cuff. But I feel that it's very important for the viewer, to have something that is just well organized, It's professional. I feel that that is important for you. To have a professional experience to show you guys that this is actually what I really want to do. This is who I am, and it's a love, man, it's a love. Okay, we're gonna grab our show plate. Right there. We're gonna grab our ribs right there. Boom. I'm gonna grab a sip of coffee. Let's bring those delicious gratin potatoes out of the oven. Grab our board like this. Boom, just like that. Our Swiss chard over here. Just like that. And my actual plate that I was gonna use will go here, just like that. And this on its own would be like, here's a spoon here, and something here. Have at her. I got no issue with that, man. That's what I would be doing right now. But let's make it a little special. Let's make it like we're at a restaurant, right? Okay, cool, super fun. What I would do is I would grab a little bowl like this, a cute little bowl like this, Mix your slaw up before you serve it to get that dressing on it. You don't want it over sauced, you just want it gently incorporated. Throw that in there just like that. Just like that. Maybe that can go right there. That's a nice spot for it. Now, with these potatoes, you want to kind of grab something like a rice scoop. A rice scoop is fantastic. You just want to go around a grouping of the potatoes. They'll slice out nicely. Don't worry too much about it. Round is nice. I like round. Bring that round potato right there. That looks nice. Gentle. It's beautiful. Grab some chard. Let me see. What am I going to do to grab my chard? My hands. Oh, she's hot. She's hot. She's hot. That's fine. That's fine. Grab some chard. Put it a little close there. Close to the potato. Just like that. Wash your hands. Wash these off, actually. I'm going to give these a little scrubby, scrubby, scrubby. Those ribs were quite hot. It ain't no joke. They were hot. Grab one of your ribs like this. And Angela, I know what you're saying right now. You need to take a picture. You need to take a picture. So you know what? I might just take a picture. Some fresh oregano to let everybody know that you mean well. Just throw it right there and lean it. I like to lean it up to let everybody know that it actually is fresh. And there you have it. Some beautiful ribs with a nice espresso, molasses, ginger, barbecue sauce, some Swiss chard, some gratin potatoes, a little bit of cheese on top, just enough. But it's absorbed all those flavors in the oven nice and slow. And, you know, to brighten it all up and add some zip, we're going to add a little slaw on there to make sure that we end a little healthy and vibrant. There you go. Enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. And remember to share. Let's get this thing going, man. Have a look. See you later.